not actually gonna. At this point, I feel like I'm kind of tethered to a starting screen, but also partially. Yeah, I feel like I should put a buffer up. So this is my buffer, but also in preparation for tomorrow's stream that I want to do, which is the karaoke. I've been wanting to do a karaoke for the longest time. So to that end, I feel like practicing a little tiny bit. Just a little tiny bit. Testing. I'm soy facing. Oh man. My chat's not working. Oh well, I guess I gotta manually fix this. Let me pop that out. Okay. I'm literally soy facing. Okay, so today I got a ton of goodies. I got Elliot Roger, I got Andrew Tate, I got my own experiences. I got looks maxing, I got cancel tilt, we got mewing, we got everything. We got everything. Oh, hold on. There you go. Okay, fixed it. Got everything. Look at this dude. Kill me, just help me swim away from everything. I need a place to stay where I can cover up my fins. Don't cry, I am just a fish. 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 Okay, well, I'm gonna try to set up this other thing. Try. Try. Where is it? Oh, that, I'm with that over here. Yeah, I think that works. Mouth is filled with hooks I bite. Black holes cover up my eyes. I dream every night. Oh, please, I'll swim away this time. 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 That's the entire song. Okay. Next song. I got a very fun song. Let me turn that up to HD. What better way to start the stream than with a generic incel core song? And I specifically did not choose to stream on Twitch today because apparently the words incel, simp, and virgin are banned on Twitch, and you cannot say these words, otherwise you will get exploded. Over here. This is a generic incel core song. That's literally the name of the title. There it is. Right there. They're keeping us gamers down for real. The most oppressed race of them all. Actually, let me really quickly. There it is. I'm actually fake. I don't actually know this song by heart. So let me really quickly note this down. And then, yeah. I like this song. It's dumb, but I like this song. Okay, I'm gonna put my effects on too. I crappily pay every fucking instrument in this song because I have no friends. All I do is sit in my room alone. So I'll do my best. Neon fried by fluoride impression. I'm not in possession of talent. Thought I was music vaccine, but apparently I was wrong. This is yet another generic incel core song. 45 followers on SoundCloud. So suck my dick, you stupid bitch. I'm pulling numbers. Fried my brain as a teen. Browse 4chan a bit too much. A bit too much. Thought I was music maxing, but apparently I was wrong. This is yet another generic incel core song. Preparation for tomorrow's karaoke. I just wanted a cute femme cell so I could hold her and love her. Start a nice family away from all this degeneracy. Is that a bit much to ask? Now I'm a music nerd. It's pretty absurd. I know all the chord shapes and all of the scales, all the production tricks to make me heard. So alone, all because I thought I was music maxing, but apparently I was wrong. This is yet another generic incel core song. Kino. I'm getting kind of nostalgic for those days. And by those days, we'll talk about that. What's good BGM for this? I don't even know. Let's go back to the trusty me channel. Yeah, I don't think that's fitting. That's not fitting at all. You know what? Coconut Mall. 10 hours. Hell yeah. Alright. Let me tell you a story. This story goes back maybe like 10 years ago. I guess I don't really need this. I'll just kill that. 10 years ago was 2015, I believe. So maybe like about 9 years ago, I stumbled into this community and I have no idea how I even got there to begin with. Now that I think about it, I don't know how I ended up there, but somehow I ended up in this Discord server. And I'm not gonna name any names or anything because the server is pretty much like dead. 10 years ago is 1998. So true. So true. Like around like 2016, 17, somewhere around there. I fell into this server. And it was comfy. It was admittedly really comfy. And it was like layered, wherein you would come in and be like a newcomer, right? And then people who were there for like a while and were trusted members would be referred to as No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because if I say it, I feel like there's one person that watches me that knows entirely what I'm talking about, so maybe I shouldn't, just for anonymity's sake. Anyways, there was like an inner circle basically, and then there was like, yeah, this like three tier. It's like the first tier was just like newcomers who like had barely been there like a week and nobody knew who they were. The second tier was people who had been there for a while, people that you knew who they were and such. And then the like topmost tier would be the people that were like trusted, people that were liked, people like the like basically the core friend group, I guess. But like eventually after some time a lot of stuff happened. There's like a lot of like Discord drama, I guess, and this was like way after that I left too. But I was, by that time I had like already kind of splintered. There's like a lot of splinters. Oh, that reminds me, actually, there is this one Vice article, and yeah, I know Vice and everything gross, but one of the people that I talked to was part of this group in the server, right? But also he appeared on a Vice documentary in so if it's still up there it is. Oh, that's it. Oh, there he is. That's him, bro. Ah! I'm not even gonna say his name, but I know his name. I knew his name. Is this the full one? No, it's not the full video. Oh man, it's crazy because like there's a bunch of the one I'm looking at right now is like a reaction video of the actual documentary thing. Inside the life of an incel, and it's like so bizarre because I used to talk to him pretty frequently, and I think he like we were like kind of bros more or less. I guess. Why can't I find it? It was on Vice. Where's the video? There's the video. No, it's just the article. There it is. Okay, video? Age restricted. Oh, I gotta sign in. Oh, that's why. Damn it. I guess I gotta show the stupid browser. Anyways, eventually over time, there was this kind of like it kind of became a little toxic. Like a little very misogynistic. I didn't even notice that it was like that. That was just kind of like the background vibe, I guess. I never really took it seriously, but I feel like a lot of other people did take it seriously. So it was kind of I don't know. I called it comfy before, but it was honestly speaking, it was comfy. It was a very comfy server, but it was like it was basically like a bunch of bros, right? A bunch of homies being stupid, and some of them were serious, some of them were not serious. There's this guy that I'm not gonna bring personal stuff into it, but it's fine. Okay, this guy. Oh man, I gotta bring out all my stupid windows. Where's my other stuff? I have so many windows. There's the coconut model. Click to get totally coconut modeled. Okay, let me bring the video. We're gonna start off with this one. This guy, I knew him, and he would like VC, right? And he would go on night walks and stuff, and he would stream it in the server. Where is my oh, it's over here. That's him? No, that's not him. Hold on. Right here. Yeah, that's him. Okay, that's him. Okay, right here. That's him. That's the guy. I know this guy. I knew this guy. I don't know what happened to him, but he's out there probably, I think, maybe. So I've watched this a few times already, but we're gonna see we're gonna see how they treat the homie here It's so weird because like, yeah. Oh, this video was also made like way before he met us, I think. I think this was made like way before, and then he posted this at some point, or maybe it was like during when he met us. I don't remember. Audio is fine. He tells me that a little bit of this was like played up for the audio jungle. It's these, okay, so for reference too, these guys that he's talking to are not related to us as far as I know.
This is a performance for the cameras and for me
subs.
Because this is a chat room of
It is a performance though.
Virgins spread across 3 continents.
Yeah, I don't know these people.
This guy's name, we call him Prince. Bald already. This is a guy named Dank. He's a compulsive.
Oh, I guess they do just straight up show his name.
His vice bitch still there. Written by fuck you. Compulsive liar. Yeah, Joey. Bald already. This is a guy named Dank.
Joey.
He's a compulsive liar.
His name was Joey. But
that's just how we talk, you know, like this bitch, that nigga, this, that, you know?
Oh man, I'm telling you, man, it was such a comfy server. We said whatever the hell we wanted. No one cared. There were mods. The mods didn't care. They didn't care. At a certain point, the admin gave everyone mod powers. It was stupid. It was crazy. How many slurs per hour? Like at least 100. I contributed to like a lot of it. It wasn't anything serious though, I don't think. It was just guys having fun, you know. It was just bros being bros.
Then in Toronto in April, Alec Manassian praised Roger on Facebook.
You know what? Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever. It's not important. This part isn't important. It's about the homie Joey. I was about to say. Yeah, this man. Oh man, it's so weird.
Cell is involuntarily celibate, meaning you've tried many times and failed. And then there's mental cells, which is probably the best.
Mental cells.
Because of mental blockage. What have you been diagnosed as? Agoraphobia, obsessive compulsive disorder, social anxiety, social paranoia. That's not even a thing.
Joey is 23 years old.
He did like to smoke a lot though. I don't remember how much of this is true or not.
Smoking cigarettes and running chat rooms.
Honestly,
but he did dedicate a lot of his personal time to just being on the PC and like being on Discord basically.
And when an incel attacks, it's not the same type of thing as when Dylan Roof shot up that church.
It's so weird.
ISIS blows people up. Those are perhaps more masculine. These are like.
This is like seeing your friend on national television or whatever.
Comes out as an outburst. But I think that's uncommon. People joke about killing women. That's a higher percentage. People joke about killing women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just a joke. It's just a joke. It's just a meme. It's just a meme. It wasn't serious. Bro, the supreme gentleman. Bro, the supreme gentleman. I could have fixed him. It's just pranks.
I think that it's part of a way for them to heal themselves. Maybe they feel bitter and resentful like he did, and to be able to laugh at him is a way to be able to laugh at themselves.
Incels believe in a strange cosmology where a male archetype named Chad talks to women with ease and is rewarded with sex. Find themselves in opposite as ugly or awkward.
I mean, this is on YouTube, so it's fine. This is for educational purposes anyways. This is an educational stream.
You know, he's some skinny loser in chat.
I didn't tag it as such, but...
Hey man, how do you do it? And the guy
Oops.
Chad just goes, just be yourself, man. Realize that, you know, his good looks or his muscles or his financial status or social status are what get
I'm telling you. I'm being... Oh, okay, I'm being educated. Yeah. This is all education. This is for education.
Incels think that without a stigma on sexuality, women will sleep with countless high-status giants.
Bro, this is like so American Psycho.
Sex with, you know, 100+ men, and now they're kind of ostracized from their communities, and they feel that they were kind of lied to by a feminist progressive.
There was like the entire thing of like hypergamy and such, and I'll explain that later too.
I don't actually know in my personal life many women who've slept with hundreds and hundreds.
You don't? You should interview girls 22, 23 right now.
I should.
Partners they've had.
I should add
For all the anger directed outward toward women, there's more
a disclaimer.
Incels are dangerous,
My text.
but mostly to themselves.
He's gonna get his dick out. That's what he does. Gets his dick out, shits his pants. He's shitting his pants. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. This is what happens.
Wow. This stunt was one of this guy's recurring jokes. So was suicide. He died at home on July 7th. Coroners haven't yet ruled on a cause of death.
I think that was before. There was a guy in the server that was beloved by everyone except for me. I didn't really care for him personally. He was kind of really abrasive, but he was basically like everyone loved him, and he was like on every day, and he was posting every day. He was like just doing his thing, and then when we find out a couple like years later, this was like still while everyone was active more or less. I had been inactive for like a couple of months at that point, maybe like a year. And then we find out that he had thrown himself onto railroad tracks. And then the server kind of changed a lot, and the head admin ended up archiving the main channel that everyone was speaking in, and then made a new channel in memoriam, I guess. I feel like I've talked about this before a long time ago, but this is like more details and such. I'm being educated in a radicalized way. Yes. And so like after that, there was like a ton of drama, I guess, like personal drama in the server with like the server owner and like one of the mods, and then like there was like, because like after a certain point we started hello Nicola, good morning Nicola. We are learning about incels and propaganda and such, and it's this guy here.
Culture, people bond over self-loathing.
This guy here, I knew him not in person but over a Discord server, and so I'm revisiting this entire situation, and I haven't really been active in that Discord since like maybe 2021 or so. Yeah, I think maybe 2021, since like it was like around the time, like right before I think phase started becoming a thing. That's when I kind of like hopped communities, I guess, because I didn't really, it was kind of splintered. Who's he? This is Joey. This is a guy that I knew through another Discord server, and in this server we were all kind of just like messing around and like making a ton of offensive jokes, as guys do. And basically stuff that would get you banned off of a lot of platforms, and I sometimes contributed, but I never really took it seriously, honestly. I wonder if I knew him. No, probably not. I mean, maybe, but very, very unlikely. That server was like a little tiny bit anime adjacent. Like we all were aware of like anime stuff and culture, but it wasn't like anime themed or anything. It was just like a hangout spot. I used to be in a bunch of those groups too. Oh, maybe then. I don't wow, let me think. I never really changed my name. I don't know. I don't want to reveal too much, because I have stuff in there that probably get me destroyed. I never went back and bothered to delete anything. So whatever, if it gets out, it gets out. This is for educational purposes, so yeah, everything I said was for educational purposes. It was all 4D chess just to do today's stream, to showcase what was happening back then. Yeah.
Joy says it's therapeutic, but 4 of his friends have killed themselves.
But yeah, there was that one guy. Oh, that's it. That's the entire video. That was the entire video, I guess. But yeah, one of the guys in that server ended up doing the same thing, and the entire server dynamic just kind of like changed after that. And after a certain point, there were like tons and tons of splinter servers after that, like people, like servers with the same people, more or less. Did I say people? Servers with the same kinds of people, the same people. It was like a circle of like maybe 20 people that were active in this main server, and then eventually over time they started splintering into other servers, and people made their own servers, and then spin-offs and spin-offs and spin-offs. There were a lot of them. There were a lot of them, yeah. I actually wouldn't be surprised if you were in one of the splinters, actually. I was active mostly from like 2017 or so, for like maybe 5 years in the main server, I think, and then I was like semi-active in some of the splinter ones, and I was invited to where is he? I was invited to, where's he at? I was invited to Joey's server. He had a ton of servers actually, like at least 3 maybe, but I was never really active too much, and he always like invited me to like come over and like join VC and such, but I've never really been much of a VC enthusiast myself, so I wouldn't really join. I'm remembering now the first time that I ever joined, ever did VC stuff. I was so nervous. My heart was pounding so much. I was like a little tiny stupid rabbit with my being like so nervous and anxious and everything. But after time, eventually like kind of stopped caring, and I kind of just don't really care. I think I was also like around the time that I got my first job too, is when I first when was I? My first job I got like around the same time, I want to say. I was around the same time that I want to say, like if not a little bit before. But I still had that anxiety back then, and it lasted for like a couple of years, but mostly just kind of gone. I was active more on Twitter than Discord at the time. I knew people were getting their accounts snooped on Discord when a server where it went down. I've had my main Discord account for like since I made it back in like 2016 or something. Now that I think about it, I don't know how. Then again, we didn't really post anything super radical or anything. It was just like just text more than anything. We didn't post any gore or anything. And I think whenever people did post gore, it was immediately purged and they were immediately banned and reported or whatever. But there wasn't anything ever like super serious. It was just the normal amount of hate speech in there. Wasn't anything too super serious. Then again, now that I think about it, there were quite a lot of. Hold on, wait, hold on. Let me check really quick. Let me count. Hello, Velvet. Let me count the hard R's in here. We got. Let me make sure it's nothing on screen. Holy wow! 5,000 results. Hard R. Amazing. Amazing. What's your high score? Wow, 5,000. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, so for retard, we have 14,000 results for retard, and then for for soft day we got 10,000 results for soft day. Oh man, we were wild in there. It was amazing. It was great. It was a great time. It was like I'm telling you, it was comfy as hell. But that's not to say that like I acknowledge that a lot of the stuff that other people said were very funny, I'll put it like that, but yeah, it's sometimes I kind of like miss those times because it was nice. It was comfy. It was nice. I remember if you used to Google my old username, a linked database of a Discord server I was in would come up. Oh man, but I don't see it now. I'm kind of curious now actually. If I search my old username, probably just like YouTube channel comes up. I think. Let me do that really quick. Can I make sure it's off screen? It's off screen. It's probably just like my social media. Oh, nice. Some art comes up. Interesting. 1, 2. Not too much. There's like a little tiny bit amount. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Mostly just all Twitter though. Close out of that. Some other stuff. Found it? Oh, okay. It's I guess everything you post online is not always lost. Sometimes, in some cases. Then again, my Minecraft playthrough that I did like 2 years ago is still lost media. I have it downloaded, but it's one of those things I'm probably not gonna release because I'm too lazy to edit it down and scrub it and stuff. Maybe I could. Nah, it's like 5 hours. I'm not gonna do it. I was actually thinking about doing a redo of that one. Redo of a bird. Where's my other thing now? Grab. Don't fry. I am just a fish. Where is it? Where is it? I lost it. I lost it. I lost it. I'm just gonna. I mean, yeah, you know what? Background music. There you go. Super low, but some background music. Just low. Man, this server is actually where I picked up on a ton of like, not even like, I feel like, okay, all the looks maxing stuff, right? All the like mewing, looks maxing. I don't know if Canthal Tilt is one, but that's another one that I remember. All those like new alphumer terms, the brain rot terms and such. They've been more popularized in recent days, but I've known these terms for like at least a decade or so, and I feel like a lot of people kind of like throw these words around and they don't really know what it means. Like mewing, for example, I feel like a lot of people just kind of like meme on it and they don't actually know what mewing actually is. So to that end, I was thinking I kind of want to teach what this stuff is, basically. I actually wanted to, I was considering doing a completely different kind of stream today, and I was just gonna react slop to a bunch of like incel slop on YouTube, but I can't find any, surprisingly. I feel like a lot of it got deleted or something, because I can't find any. Well, actually, that's a lie. I did find one video, so let me see if I can find that somewhere. I have no idea where I found this video. I feel like someone sent this to me, but I want to go through it because it's like those videos that kind of like prey on younger guys, I guess, and it kind of like pushes them towards radicalization and stuff like that. And it's an entire pipeline. It's weird, but I feel like it's super effective because it preys on like insecurities, and it kind of rationalizes a lot of their problems, and it deflects a lot of these, I don't know, problems, I guess, that they have onto women, I guess, so to speak. Again, I don't necessarily, I shouldn't even say necessarily, I don't really believe in this stuff, but this was very, very heavily thrown around in the places where I was, because also I was also like, back then I was kind of like the older member. I was one of the older members in that server, and it was like maybe like 20, 19, 21-year-olds in there. Keep in mind, I am eternally 19. Where I need to like constantly have this open over here on the side. Turn that on. Loop. Hell yeah. Okay. I need to also find a way to change this to, I have so much stuff I need to like clean at some point. I am this one? Yeah, okay. I think I can work with this. I'm gonna try to work with this. Watch that one. Watch that one. That was a good song. And some of these are genuinely good advice. The stuff that I've seen recently is actually good advice. It's not bad. It's like not hateful at all or anything. But the stuff that I used to be exposed to was actually kind of very hate speech, I guess. like this one, for example. Probably. Oh man. I'm cycling through. There it is. Okay, move you over here. What is 11? I don't remember what 11 is. What is 11? What is this doing here? Mods. Take this man away.
Most men spend their lives confused, chasing love, validation, and happiness from women, only to end up heartbroken, used, or trapped. But 200 years ago, a philosopher named Arthur Schopenhauer exposed the raw truth about female nature. Truth so brutal, most men refuse to accept them.
I took philosophy in college for credit. It was like one of my elective credits. I needed to take some kind of philosophy, I think it was. So I ended up taking philosophy, basic philosophy. And I remember Schopenhauer was one of the guys that was in there. And I actually still have the textbook around here somewhere. But I feel like this video kind of takes Schopenhauer out of context. I don't remember what exactly his philosophy was about, because I was kind of more into other philosophers like Socrates. Socrates is my goat. I'm trying to remember. I think Heidegger was another one that was like coming up a lot, but more than anything, I feel like Socrates is my favorite European mainstream philosopher, and Plato is a bitch.
Exactly where you've been deceived, and how to finally take back control.
Also, Kant. I think Kant is also a bitch. Okay. I had to say it. I could only say the first half of that.
It's the missing key
You can-
men will never grasp.
You can infer the second half of that.
Schopenhauer didn't believe in fairy tales. He saw love for what it really is, not a spiritual
Socrates
bond,
is great.
not
He is.
destiny, but a biological trick. A ruthless illusion designed by nature for one purpose: reproduction.
So the other thing with this is that I also kind of rationalized this myself. I came across, I don't want to say like this truth, but like this, I don't want to say that it's objectivity either, but it kind of is with when it comes to like approaching this topic from a biological standpoint. A lot of the things that they claim is kind of true, but also it's not really something that mainstream people would want to believe, essentially. And that's what I guess that's what the essence is behind this concept of a red pill, is that a lot of people aren't really aware or don't want to believe this so-called truth, essentially. But at the end of the day, it kind of just like boils down to actual raw nature, biology, nurture kind of thing. And I have the credentials to talk on this too. Yeah.
Here's the uncomfortable truth. When you feel that electric attraction, that obsessive desire, that conviction that she's the one, your brain isn't connecting with her soul.
What this part is talking about is how basically when you see someone that's very attractive, well, everything in here assumes heterosexuality. That's just the axiom here is assuming heterosexuality. Yes, I know you can meme on me all you want, but assuming heterosexuality. When a man sees a woman, it's calculating, it's kind of cold, it's very emotionless, but so we might get a little deep, actually. What is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is reproduction, nothing else. The objective meaning of life is reproduction, nothing more, nothing less. However, Nietzsche, yeah, we're gonna get into Nietzsche now. Nihilism. Oh man, I could give an entire lecture about this, but nihilism was about like, yeah, nothing matters, blah, my life sucks, I have no purpose, whatever. But a lot of people don't make the extra jump from that my life doesn't matter, nothing matters, it's not important, from that into because nothing matters, because nothing in life matters, it doesn't matter what I do, and so because of that I can do anything I want because it doesn't matter. That's the part that a lot of people completely miss about nihilism. And that kind of like feeds into existentialism a bit too. There is no purpose. There is no objective purpose. Therefore, create your own purpose and follow your purpose. That's what the meaning of life is, I believe. Yeah. I think Nietzsche was severely misunderstood. He wasn't in favor of nihilism. He noticed the problems that would lead to it and was trying to find a good refutation against it. Essentially, yeah. I don't really subscribe to the idea of like nihilism and nothing matters and whatever, but it's more, you gotta make the extra step. The extra step. Takeshi was right. I mean, yeah, he's right. Sex. Yeah, that's literally it. That's the meaning of life. Sex. That's it. well, again, assuming heterosexuality.
Subconsciously assessing fertility, genetic compatibility, survival advantages.
Basically going for the best possible genes here, that kind of thing.
And women?
I'm still radicalized. I just don't want to talk about it anymore. Basically, I'm aware of a lot of different concepts and such. Again, people don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear what video.
Attraction works the same way, just with different priorities.
I feel like I gotta like be super careful around it too, because people are gonna get mad. People are but it's just biology. It's biology.
Love is the ultimate goal of almost all human effort. It is more important than anything else in life.
Love is important.
He didn't mean that romantically. He meant it as a trap.
As a trap.
Chemical high that fades the
OMG traps.
Think about
Gay.
it. How many men have destroyed themselves for a woman who later walked away without a second thought? How many marriages crumble once the passion evaporates? That's not coincidence. It's nature's design.
Nature's
Women
design.
don't choose men based on fairness, loyalty, or even logic. They follow an ancient selection program, hardwired to seek status, security, and genetic superiority.
And this goes for any animal. Any animal in the animal kingdom will follow this genetic programming to find the best possible mate with the best possible genetics and such. So don't take it personally, kid. When she I can't. It's terrible. It's all terrible. And that's why the entire MGTOW, right, movement came across, the men going their own way thing. And a lot of people meme on it too, but I feel like it has its own merits, I guess. The way that I see it is don't fall for the chase, essentially. Don't be someone that you're not in order to get things that you don't even really care about too much. And this is something that I see a lot, is a lot of guys will just go for literally any woman, and it's kind of disgusting, to be frank. It's kind of gross. It's like, do you value yourself as a person that you would go with literally anyone? Have you no standards, kind of thing?
They are ruled by instinct and emotion. This isn't misogyny, it's observation.
But then again, that's also just genetic hardwiring, so I don't really blame them, honestly. Chat 8. Let me see if I can see it? Question mark? I mean, probably not, actually. It might have actually eaten it, yeah. Unless you mean the nihilism. The answer to nihilism is that while there's no objective meaning, that doesn't mean there isn't a subjective meaning. That's what I'm saying, yeah. There really isn't an objective meaning other than sex, but you have to make your own meaning, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. I'll post in Discord. Okay. I can open that. Yeah,
Look
let me
at
just
dating apps, where
grab
80%
that.
of women compete for the top 20% of men.
Hypergamy
Divorce
theory.
courts, where commitment is rewarded with financial ruin. Look at history, where kings died.
I shouldn't say this. But I kind of believe that we live in a matriarchy.
For mistresses who betrayed them. The pattern doesn't change because the biology doesn't change. Most men believe love is mutual, that if they sacrifice enough, care enough, prove their worth, they'll be rewarded. But Schopenhauer warned, to be loved, one must not be just, but clever. Women don't fall for nice, they fall for strength, not just physical, but social, financial, psychological. This is why the good guy finishes last. Not because he's unworthy, but because he misunderstands the game.
It's all about the game. It's all about the game. It's always about the game. That's why the men going their own way movement essentially is the process. It's basically just not even refusing to play the game, getting away kind of thing. Whole math. I know? Whole math. Whole math. What are you gonna show me? What are you gonna show me? That oh, interesting. I feel like I might already know this actually, like fundamentally. You know what? Sure, let's watch a few of them.
One of my TikToks is doing numbers right now, so I'm putting it here
Wow,
before
numbers.
anyone else does.
Women do not need men to get bank accounts, houses. They have careers on their own.
No,
yeah, that's true.
On men. It's just indirect now. See, men have always been in between women and the real world. The real world. Here's another depiction of that. Here's men going out to face danger and build things on the outside. Okay, I see that. I see that. On the inside, this is how it's always been, and it still is. In the past, okay,
that because you're too comfortable. Men still do all the hard work. If all women stopped working right now,
the Lululemon.
If all men stopped working, everyone would die. And that is because men make all
I don't know.
the food and build all the houses.
I don't really care enough to refute this.
I guess they gave up on that. Women have never done that and can't. Men still do all of the necessary things to create the space for you to have your girl bossing fun.
I guess when it really gets down to it, there's a lot of mostly just guys in heavy, like actual, I shouldn't say actual work, but like physical labor, I should say rather. Like building houses, electricians, and like basically trades type stuff that is very fundamental to real society and not fake society like HR managers or like, I don't know, office cubicles and like, I don't know, whatever have you. But it's mostly guys that are in these manual labor type positions. So many garbage collector women. This is completely unrelated, but this is completely unrelated. Toy Story Sid 3. When this guy right here, that's Sid from the first movie. He became a garbage collector. Did you know that Sid became a garbage collector? He was all right. He became fine. He was totally fine. And what's more, did you know garbage collectors actually make bank? Like a lot of bank.
The way it works is that women are always really happy for men to do the hard, dangerous work until times are really good, until we build something better than this. And then you look around and you go, hey, men have more than us. No fair. Go to the government, which writes some laws for you, which makes you equal.
Okay.
And then you are disgusted by men
equality
equal to you. So without equality laws, it's very easy for women to find men they respect, and with equality laws, it's very difficult. And then
this is true.
Tells these men that they're worthless, and then they go, okay, well, I don't want to be this guy, so I'll just be this guy, and then they never grow up and they never do anything, and then you hate them even more. So your girl bossing crap is just not going to last very long because women cannot do what men do. You can't do that work of building the physical world. And what you're doing now is just sort of taking it away from men and having it for yourself without giving them anything back, which makes them go away. And then, like, imagine if you had to build a house.
If I had to build a house.
And then when men...
If I had to build a house, I'd probably die, honestly. There's a lot that I don't know. To begin with, electricity, I'd probably get electrocuted. I feel like I could probably do the plumbing aspect because I have like a little bit of plumbing experience just through helping with, yeah, just helping do maintenance, house maintenance. So I feel like I could do most of the work of house stuff, of building a house, but I'd probably have to outsource the electricity aspect of it because I don't trust myself with electricity. That was my weakest part of physics when I did physics. Money, not love. I think this is the kind of thing that I was looking for, actually. And a lot of guys to do. I don't know electricity. I can do everything else. I can do carpentry. I've done carpentry before. I've done plumbing before. I've done painting. I've done landscaping. I've done a lot of stuff, actually, surprisingly, now that I think about it. I've done gardening, which isn't all that difficult, I guess, but I've done digging. I love digging. I'm a digger. I love digging. I need to actually make a new hole in the front yard because one of the pipes burst. So I'm gonna have to help with plumbing again for like the 5th time or something, but it's something that I'm more or less familiar with now. Live, not shorts. One more. Yeah, sure. In another life, I'm a 6'4" looks maxer who posts pump videos and lives by lean is law.
Actually, you would look more like this. Sorry. And then there's this angle. Would you date that guy? I bet you wouldn't. Oh, and then
he looks like a 17-year-old.
Happy with the one you have.
Well, I feel like, yeah, this is a meme video, right? But testosterone would affect a lot of the entire body in general. This is probably like pre-pubescence, I guess.
And another life. Be happy with
because testosterone can be wild. That's a very silly video. How about some more math? How about a chart?
I hear the word situationship. It's gonna make me commit an act of deep violence.
I made a chart for you. It's available on the link in my bio. It gets
bio. Where's the bio?
But it comes with instructions. And
I don't think I care this much actually.
Then here are the
yeah, it's too much for me. Men who will commit. Men you like. They're both smart. Okay. Okay.
From the men who will commit to you.
Okay.
And then choose the ones that you like the most, instead of starting with the men you like.
Oh.
And trying to make them commit. Hope that helps.
Oh, I get it. I get it. But what if you start from this pool? What if you just start from this pool down there? I'm not even gonna talk about myself. Let's just watch more memes. This is situations. I mean, not situation. This is just slop now. Do you need a film partner? Film partner?
This girl says she is a mattress actress. Here she is.
Oh, I thought like acting like non-pornographic.
Acting on a mattress.
Smart dating advice. Well, I'm not really interested in that at the moment.
They're saying something like, "Hi, I like you," and she goes, "Okay, we can talk." And he says, "What do you do for a living?" And she says, "I am an adult film actor." And then the guy goes, well, can I be in one of the adult films with you, since that is your only remaining value to me?" Yeah,
value goes down.
Hey, men only want one thing. And I guess that
because that's what you do.
That she wants to have is, you know, "Hi, I like you too. What do you do for a living?" "I'm an adult film star." "Okay, that's fine with me. Let me buy you a house. You can continue to make adult films in it. I'll just wait in the cuck shed. I just want to pour all of my money down your throat and all of my future money forever.
Yeah.
For constant humiliation." Someone told this girl that you can do mattress work and still be a keeper, and that is not
well
true.
If you retire, yes, because there's like a few that I've known that have retired and gone on to have like actual families, but I don't know that you can be like active and have like a stable relationship at the same time. Unless you do like amateur stuff with like specifically only another person, and I can kind of see that happening, but if it's like in a professional industry, that's not
this girl says she is a
sustainable.
Here she is.
How about another meme?
I saw a clip of the Hinge CEO being interviewed about how girls feel.
Hypergamy theory says that they're like all down here. It's skewed.
Like
it's skewed.
Is matching them with less attractive guys, and it's like, I actually don't think the algorithm is matching us with less attractive guys. I just think there are less attractive guys.
Well, I'm not gonna say that most guys are unattractive. I'm gonna say like most guys are kind of just normal. But are we gonna do this? Are we really gonna do this? Again, for educational purposes. For educational purposes. We're going on to the incel wiki, I guess. Hypergamy is many women flocking to a few men. And that's essentially what the state of our current modern dating situation is, I guess. I don't... Okay, with this one, a grain of snow. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't even participate in this. I have refused to engage in whatever this is. I just... Right here? On that's me. I'm literally just a stick figure. I do my own thing. I'm getting red pilled. Cause like before in the old days, like in ye old days of 1990s, before phones and everything, before people had games on their phone, people went to the arcade, people went to the skating rink or whatever, and that's where people would meet people. And your heterosexuality would occur. And it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's like a byproduct of like this happening, or maybe just like gay has been less punished by society. But I feel like there's been a popularization of gay. I don't know. This part I'm making up. I'm making up this part. I have no idea if this is true or not. But it's just things that I've noticed. I'm beginning to notice. Hypergamy. Yeah. This is the I don't care. I hate Instagram. I hate Facebook. This is the other thing. What's it called? And Dragami, I think it was? No, it was something else. There's like an actual biological term for this. Monogamy versus polygyny. But where is it also? Not polygamy. The other one, polygamy. There's polygamy and polygyny. Polygyny is what I'm thinking of. In which many women, this is the, again, biologically speaking, this is the male ideal here. This is the, what's his name? The Mongolian man. Can? Something like that. Kangaskhan. Yeah, Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan. No, Kangaskhan. This is the male ideal. Right here is the many women to one man. However, polyandry. This is the female. Safe search on. This is the female ideal, is many men to one woman. This is the female ideal. The female ideal, because let me explain the female ideal. So the point here is you have one woman that is gonna be raising one child, right? And it doesn't matter to her who the parent is, I guess, in this case, because all of them are going to be taking care of the one child, and it's best for her because there's less stress, resources being expended on her behalf, and so it gets spread out amongst all of these other ones. That's the biological reasoning behind why this is the female ideal. And now going back to the male ideal, and I don't even need to explain this one. One male, many women, many females, many progeny. You're basically child maxing in this situation. And B, that essentially allows you to spread your lineage amongst far and wide. That is the Genghis Khan thing. So male ideal, and then under half is the female ideal. Damn it, the female ideal. And what we've as a society decided on as a compromise is monogamy. This is what we do as a society because we live in a society. However, not everyone plays fair, and there are cases wherein in nature, I love being Mormon. Women find polygamy attractive because of mate choice copying, something like that. But then we get cases. This is where the term "cuck" comes from. Is the cuckoo bird, which, if you're not aware, the cuckoo bird essentially lays its eggs in other birds' nests, and they raise. I'll let him explain. I'll let him explain. Basically, that's the cuckoo. This is a random bird, just any other bird being cooked by a cuckoo again. Basically, this little bird basically kills all the other birds here, so that it's the only recipient of care from this cuck queen, if you will.
Brood parasitism, which means they will lay their eggs in the nests of other birds.
So that's a cuckoo egg.
The cuckoo chick as their own.
And then it pushes out all the other eggs instinctually. Somehow it knows to push out the other eggs.
Not only does this sneaky
right there.
eggs in the nests of other birds, forcing them to do the hard work of hatching the chick, but they don't even come back to see the fruit of
it throws out the other bird eggs
when it has hatched, leaving all the work of rearing.
And then you have this cuckoo bird over here that is taking all of the resources of the cuck queen bird.
Whichever bird they dump their egg on in the first place.
There's something about the term cuck queen.
You could be sure they would want a word with cuckoo moms. This often leads to the death of the other bird's chicks, as the cuckoo chick is larger and will push them out of the nest in order to get more food. The cuckoo
so they're
no
just kind of zeroed out.
And will simply move on to another host nest once her chick is grown.
You may ask, why doesn't the mom bird kind of just like recognize that it's not her chick here? That's a good question. Not all birds are smart. A lot of birds are stupid, in fact. So they just think it's actually its own child. What do the comments say? What do the comments say? No one is born evil. I was just born, I'm gonna kill all my competition. Pretty straightforward. There's no incel comments in here. Nothing weird in here. But that's where the phrase cuck comes from. Actually, there's this movie called Cuck movie. Oh, I'm so glad I have saved some Sean. Holy wow. I've watched this movie before. I don't really remember. I think there was like a twist. I watched this in Discord. I think with that other group. I don't remember. But actually, let me look it up. Actually, Cuck movie wiki. Let me see if I can remember what the plot was. Plot. He's just a guy, and he's unfit for military service. So he has a history of mental instability and petty crime. And then he gets recruited by an incel group, and then he starts a vlog channel, and then he's basically like one of those stupid political political YouTubers, and he talks about the downfall of America and that the West has fallen and whatever. And then he agrees to play the role of a cuckold in a homemade couple amateur porn, for which he is compensated. So it's just like a role play basically. And then he gets a gun. He starts to like practice, kind of based honestly. He just has a gun. He's just doing his thing. And then he meets his idol, like his groiper idol, I guess. It's a funny word. But then they find out that he's a cuck, and then he basically gets bullied for it. And then I think he kills himself, I think. It's like a satire, honestly, of modern politics, I guess. It was, I wouldn't watch it again. Maybe I'd watch it again, but with people. He kills AB. What do you mean he kills AB? What? What? I don't remember that. I have no idea what you're talking about. Science? Oh hell yeah! I heckin' love science. You must sign in. You must sign in. Are you serious? I just closed out my other thing. Damn it. Hold on. I thought the cuck was the husband who has a random guy have sex with his wife. No. What was happening was that the main cuck guy is like playing the role of the other one's husband. So okay, so there's like husband, wife, just these two couple who are making porn, and then they go out and they find this random guy and they pay him to pretend to be the husband, and then people find out about that, and then he kills himself. That's the entire thing behind the cuck movie. It's kind of dumb, but I feel like there's many such cases. But whatever. Sex. Okay, are you ready for sex? Because I'm not. It's not coming up. Where's sex? Where's sex? Sex missing. There's no sex. No seg. How about seg? Seg? Oh, okay. We have seg. Houston, we have seg.
Sex fight Thursday, November 2nd. Mac and Murphy and Homath are gonna disagree about witness the final clash.
Ah, that's lame. That's it. Ah, lame. It's just like a stupid hype match. Lame. I'm out. Don't react. Don't react. Don't. I'm gonna react. I'm gonna react. Dating a mature guy is stressful. I mean, he just apologizes straight away, huh? What am I supposed to do with my anger? Oh my goodness.
Somebody asked me to math this. I have lived this before because I am very emotionally mature. They don't like it when you have this.
A force field. Never get mad. I don't get mad.
This girl are trying to
I let it slide off. I shake it off. Shake it off.
In the lower brain. And you
the
have
lower
to know
brain.
When you're right and wrong, but even when you're wrong, you have to say it like this. I was incorrect and I will be better in the future.
Yeah.
This is sometimes justified.
Holy wow, it's my parents.
In my experience, it's usually a test.
Oh my wow. I'm so messed up.
Reactive area of your mind. If she can use this to make you do this, then she's gonna lose respect.
Hold on.
And women sometimes, depending on what you did.
My dad always tells me to just say yes to any like in the context of like either a relationship, like any woman basically. He tells me just say yes, just go along with it. Just go along with it. But I feel like I inherited my stubbornness from one of my parents. Maybe they're both stubborn, but I refuse to back down. I do not lose. I'm a winner. I don't lose arguments. I'm always right. You need to have a little spine. Yeah, you need to be correct.
Like why can't I make you mad? Why don't you fight with me? And if you don't fight back, then you will come out on top. That is this.
Yeah. You just win. You just win. Just win. I can't stop winning. But don't get emotionally affected. I don't. Most of the time I don't. I have no anger. Next to no anger. There's like a few things that get me angry, but for the most part, I do not care. How about some more React slop?
DNA confirms baby is not yours. It doesn't change the fact you must take responsibility.
I was asked what goes through women's minds when they say this.
Oh
In
no.
case you missed it, she's saying that if she has a baby that's not yours, you have to raise
I don't
it
even
anyway.
want to touch this
This
one.
is another example of not fixable.
Again, egocentric, focus on own needs, others as means to an end, not seen as persons in their own right. So remember before when I showed you the girl who was thinking about a thought about a thought? That's 3 layers. Basically, I know that Dad knows what guys are thinking about me. Thoughts like this are only 1 layer. She cannot understand what someone else is thinking. She has her own thoughts, and not thoughts about thoughts, or thoughts about thoughts about thoughts.
So people that cheat are retarded, is what he's saying.
Also, here's a bonus apple I drew. Apfel.
Which also means that this bird is retarded. The cuckoo bird is retarded. That's what we just learned. Very cool. Thank you. How about another one? How about this one? This Dracula-like looking guy.
I understand this is a prank. This is a joke. I would end my relationship over this.
I did not expect good advice to come from one of those. Usually it's this. So I guess there's prank videos going around where a guy will send a message like this to his wife or girlfriend.
It's just a prank. Wait. 2 wife, dear second wife, time for
she'll get it and it'll hurt her feelings. And the guy goes, hey, you know that hurtful thing I did? Well, it wasn't hurtful because I was recording you. It's weird that that has become part of our culture, that if you record someone suffering, then it didn't happen.
Oh, the prank culture. Where it's like, yeah. That's kind of not okay to do like mean pranks. Like psychological pranks are not, they're not fun to be on the receiving end of.
I understand this is a prank.
And I feel kind of bad because like I feel like I participated in this at least once out of self-defense. But I still think about that time where I kind of like the ultimate sin, right? The betrayal of the homie. But I had to do what I had to do for self-preservation. It is what it is. I would take it back. I would take it back. Check out some of his long form videos. Yeah, but like I'm Zoomer. I'm a little stupid Zoomer baby. I can't attention span. Where are San Francisco? Where are they? Where the anti-capitalist, anti-war, not racist, pro-women, empathetic men hang out. Where do they hang out? At work? I don't know. Not racist, pro-women, empathetic man. I feel like that's kind of a big ask if you're wanting everything from here. Anti-capitalist, anti-war, not racist, pro-women, empathetic. I mean, it's good to have standards, right? But sure. In jails mostly, I believe it. In Alcatraz. Oh, where? Where are you going? Where is this going? What? Huh? Oh, you're calling them gay. Haha, it's a gay joke. Aha! I get it! It's a gay joke! Nah, man, I've met a lot of gays that are not this. No, that's just straight up wrong. There's a lot of gays that are not this. Have you ever heard of horseshoe theory? Male feminists. Yeah, male feminists tend to be like kind of weird though, I feel. Horseshoe theory. Horseshoe theory. Horseshoe theory. If you go far enough left, you're actually right. If you go far enough right, you're actually left.
He thinks love is earned through service.
Should we come back to this one? You said long form videos, right? Oh, what was the guy's name? Whole math. Whole math. Oh man. Oh man. Ho's mad. By popular. Let's go by popular. 3-4 million. Half an hour. How about 10? How about 10 minutes? How about 10 minutes? How attractive are you? How attractive am I? How attractive am I? I don't know.
How do I know how attractive
decent enough. It's me, Hose. How attractive am I?
I'm going to give you 2 rules to find out, but first let me explain. This is my how attractive diagram. It's new. I included a guy
Very,
evaluating
thank
themselves
you.
and each other according to the standard female evolution chart.
I could be better. I'm working towards it. I will improve myself.
Of how people assess their own
I will
value and
become
value with others.
more.
Basically, what is this person giving to their partner or target partner, and what are they getting in return? This is what I think we should all be shooting for, perfect 50-50, and also admitting that we are average. I included the
Test.
with the not people zone built in. That is why most guys don't get attention. That's why there's a second average here. That's Ryan Gosling. That's the average of the men that count as
You know
men.
what?
I included the ways that we evaluate each other. There are things that everyone likes.
Nah, I should slow it down for you.
People usually like and don't like.
For you, because I can totally watch up to like 3x, but for you,
and then a reminder of how to use
I'll slow it down.
Finally, a reminder that not everyone has
for the non-zoomers.
Up here, and I have gotten this from down here. I depicted a variety of relationships. This is an Elon Musk video.
Get to the point.
Unless you're attractive,
Get to the point.
I liked, but there was a large attractiveness difference, and so she tolerated
Oh,
a
man.
lot from me. Here again is what most people should be shooting for, on the same level, each putting in half. Here's another example from my TikTok. He was in a relationship. Finally, at the bottom, I have a reminder that it doesn't always have to be 50-50. As long as everyone is happy with the situation, somebody who is maybe of a little lower value can put in more, and someone else of a little higher value.
Is this still the intro? I can't
You
tell.
can do something like this if you're okay with it, and if you're not okay with doing something like this, then you have to just not do it anymore. So basically, this would be what someone perceives about their value, and then how much work they're willing to put in for what they perceive about their partner's value. Sometimes people will say something like, "I know a guy who's a 2 who has a girl that's a 9," and that's not true. It's just that she perceives something in him that equalizes the value transfer. So people don't have.
His bitch reached the all point neutral. Okay, I guess I missed out on 3 minutes of content. Oh well.
Everyone perceives it differently, and how attractive you are is the average of how you are perceived. It's not.
I feel like I'm not the.
I once said that I know where I am with.
I'm not the target demographic for this because I just don't really care for chasing. Yeah.
But not with each woman. I've gotten again.
How do I say this without? I don't really. I'm not gonna say it.
That can make it hard to tell where you are, and that's why you have to pay attention to feedback. When I started getting in shape, I noticed that more women would smile at me, and they would pretend to be helpless, so I would do things.
Oh
for them,
no, that's
and then they would
bad.
hit me on the street, and I never made it up here, but some
Oh
people
no.
do. So I think I'm here right now because these things do things.
See,
for them.
this is what I'm working towards, is working on myself.
Getting in shape, I noticed that more women would smile at me, and they would pretend to be helpless, so I would do things for them, and then.
I am not looking forward to that as it is. And then a lot of people would want that, but I don't really care for that kind of thing. Like, sure, everyone likes to be praised and everything, but
And I never made it up here, but some people do. So I think I'm here right now because these things have slowed down for me. So I was here when I was young, and then I put in effort, and everything changed. And then, time. Some women still like me a lot, but they have to get to know me first, which equalizes attraction. So that's feedback. For men, anyway. For women, it's different. But you have to pay attention to the feedback you get, and then look at what kind of person you're getting it from to know where you are. And
the
yes,
person I'm
nothing
not
is
getting
kind
it
of feedback,
from.
So if you're getting nothing, that is an answer. But there are things you can do about
A
it.
lot of people?
And you can get to know people. A lot of guys just go after strange women forever, and they're like, why is it not working? It's because you're here.
yeah. Okay, this part is extremely true, I feel. I've seen a lot of this.
And you can get to know people. A lot of guys just go
A lot of guys
forever, and they're like,
go after like literally anyone, and I feel like it lowers their self-worth, I guess.
why is it not working? It's because you're here when they don't know you, and you're here when they do know you. So once you get your feedback, identify who you're getting it from. When I got these looks on the street, they were from women in this range, which fits this model. And when I asked women for a number, they told me 8. It all kind of fit together. Let's talk about why this is difficult. Talking about attraction is emotional. Some people just don't see the feedback.
I feel like this is the kind of stuff that my brother watches. Because I've seen him watching, not this exact stuff, but more like self-improvement type things. Which I have no problem with at all. That's actually a good thing, I'd say. Striving for being themselves, but being the best version of yourself you can be. I feel that that's very good, and a lot of people should go for that. But it's when people are, the entire goal of self-improvement for them is when they're actively trying to like get into a relationship or whatever, which I think like is kind of harmful. It does have stuff about that sort of thing too. I might look into it.
Some people are just delusional. You can say,
but my problem with,
you cannot say you're a 10 until I believe it.
I feel like it's kind of stuff that I already know.
Days of my channel a month ago, I gave a lot of women ratings. They got a lot of views, especially when I was mean. Women volunteered to be complimented and insulted. It makes you look like a whore. I got reported for gender-based violence and
women volunteer to be complimented and insulted.
It makes you look like a whore.
Not really. Not really. You know what? You want? Apparently, according to Brolime, this is what a whore looks like. I probably shouldn't say that, like on YouTube, but apparently, according to Brolime, that's their uniform. Real. My brother is working to be a nurse, and I hope that he doesn't fall for the traps female. That's such a cursed term. Gross.
For gender-based violence and bullying, even though they volunteered.
It's actually true.
This guy thought 10 was too high for a literal model. Here's what he looks like. So people see
So many nurses end up being sleazy. Oh no.
Ryan Gosling being attractive is Hollywood propaganda.
She then says that he's average.
What?
By which she means this. I found a bunch of videos.
Did you hear what she just said?
So people see the world a little bit distorted. That's why I
Did
made
you?
this.
Ryan Gosling being attractive is Hollywood propaganda.
Bro. Literally me? I'm not bro. Bro.
She then says that he's average, by which she means
He's
this.
average.
For every one decent looking man, there's like 50 hot girls. Like, it's ridiculous.
Are you wanting to hear?
I don't know about that one. She thinks he's average. Of the men who matter, I guess there's like 90% of men that don't matter.
Decent looking man, there's like 50 hot girls.
For every decent looking man, there's like 50 hot girls. I disagree. I disrespectfully disagree. I have seen like maybe one good looking girl, like above average, and like I feel like every other woman that I've seen is just average looking.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Are you wanting to hear? It's disgusting.
Like average.
But not everyone will. That's why you need this.
Too many average. That's why I just don't care.
We all like.
Wait! OMG! Look! Oh! Sexo! That's seg! I'm cooming all over the place.
So it's the way people perceive it is not about many things, which is also sometimes very
Where's my water?
For example, you would not believe this, but some people do not want an angry mommy girlfriend.
Angry mommy girlfriend?
That's Alex Pierce. She's known for her
Wow.
acting. Some
Just
people
like my
love it. She's
mom.
very polarizing. That would be a personal preference in personality. Also, different people value different things differently. I would rather have a 10 here and a 5 here than the other way around.
Yeah, agreed.
So judge by you different things differently. I would rather have a 10 here and a 5 here than
I agree with that.
the other way around. So judge by universal and usual preferences and not personal ones. Include everybody in the world in that age group, and include everything you know about them to get there.
I feel like maybe this has changed recently, but I feel like personality is kind of underrated. In general. Not just in women, but in general, I feel like personality is very, very underrated. Or maybe that's just
total value.
untrue.
That's how to judge fairly, but
I don't
not
know.
everyone will do that. So you have to remember how this works and then look for
80% of men aren't people. That's from this perspective of women. Yeah, that's hypergamy for you.
feedback. Let's do guys first. I said I used to get looks from women on the street when I was up here. That's rule number 1 for guys. If you're getting attention from women who don't know you, you're doing good. That's why
I feel like also a big part of looks maxing is also the clothes you wear. I personally hate wearing formal clothes, like any fancy looking clothes. The most fancy that I'll do is like put on a flannel, and that's like fancy for me. But I hate dress shirts and dress pants and dress shoes, that kind of thing.
very few.
Personality is extremely important, but it's more about the things like loyalty / accountability rather than stuff like being funny. Yeah, I can see that too, actually. But funniness does add a lot. But I feel like it's all mostly important when it comes to like loyalty, accountability, responsibility, and funniness. Funniness never hurts. What did I walk in on? Hello, Vanillin. I'm educationing everyone on the red pill and hypergamy and how women are women.
It's not working. She probably sees you as here.
However you might interpret that.
Or work on yourself. And you should work on yourself. I went from here to here and it changed everything. Guys,
From a biological standpoint. From a biological standpoint.
You get to be difficult and I recommend it. This is a real thing someone said to me. I was basically staying
What's good, G? Hello, Pom Pom. Good morning. We're looking at incel propaganda. Not necessarily this video, but in general. I'm kind of trying to like also break down stuff and explain why it is that people get sucked into this. Thanks, Doc. Thank you. I am.
If you make it past this line,
I'm teaching.
You get to be difficult, and I recommend it. This is a real thing someone said to me. I was basically staying at her place, drinking all her wine, hitting on her friends, and she was like, I can't get rid of you. It's a good thing you're so good. I don't.
What does that mean? Is this the guy that yaps about misogyny and only posts the very first person because his muscles are so toned it'd break the camera? I don't know. I don't think this guy's posted himself, so probably not.
Actually recommend treating people this way. I'm just saying you can be valued. I will show you how to work on yourself.
T?
In a video called Self
Oh yeah. Wait, let me do the thing. Women. How's that? I tried.
Okay, now let's do women. Men have to know when they are here, and women
wait. Let me actually do it.
From women that you don't know, then you're doing pretty well. Some women think this is true about them too. It is not. This girl is bragging that 108 people are interested in her. She probably thinks they all feel this way. They don't. A lot of men, including me, will get.
Wait. That's a good one.
True about them too. It is not. This girl is bragging that 108
when any AMF think I'ma chase them like 108 people don't want me right now.
people are interested in her. She probably thinks they.
Haha, women. That was terrible. I apologize.
All feel this way. They don't.
Just kidding. No, I don't.
Will give attention to women who we judge as
that was bad. That was really bad. That was gross. Sleepers, sweepers. Which one are you? Are you the keeper? Are you the sleeper? Are you the sweeper? As for me, I'm the sleeper. I love sleeping all day. It's amazing. I never get out of bed. I'm a sleeper.
Higher than here, but I might put you down. You have to know who
are you a sweeper? Do you love cleaning? Keeper.
Do not pick who you like and make him keep you. We do not work that way. You have to find out who wants to keep you and pick.
As an ex-woman, I think that woman is lame. They can be. There's a lot of lame women. There's a lot of lame guys.
Is the best guy who will commit. Not the best.
Nah, man. Right here. Wait, where is it? Right here. That's me. I'm a sleeper. I'm I'm a real sleeper. I love sleeping. I love sleeping in all the time. I love sleeping for 10 hours. Remember, you're the main character. True. I'm the main character. I am the main character.
All I'm saying is you don't want to be her, and you cannot be her just by saying you are. Other people have to agree. That's why.
One more time.
Her.
You cannot be a 5 while saying you're a 10 and have other people believe you. Well, how about I say it anyways? I don't care what I actually am.
That's why
I'm a 100 out of 10. How's that? I have everything that anyone could ever want. I'm literally the perfect specimen. I am the perfect human. I'm a sleeper. Numbers are just numbers. Age. Wait, no, I shouldn't say that one. Numbers are just numbers. Yeah.
Is never going to change that. And for women, you're looking at
wait.
Signs of giving you those things he probably won't. So for men, you're looking at what kind of woman is giving you signs of attraction. Being nice is never going to change that.
I don't get it. I'm skipping it.
For women, you're looking at what kind of man is giving you signs of commitment, and more attraction to him is never going to change that. I think we all know these things on some level, but we just don't want to be honest with ourselves. We don't want to admit.
Yeah, but if you do, I more or less understand this on like a fundamental level. It's just I don't really care about it.
I promised you. Number 1.
Careful about what? About what? I don't get it.
Don't expect that to change.
You know what? Fine. I'll go back to it. Nikki about to list the favorite numbers. My favorite number is 25. Keep that in mind. It's gonna come up on test. My favorite number is 25.
Giving you signs of commitment and more attraction to him is never going to change that. I think we all know these things on some level, but we just don't want to be honest with ourselves. We don't want.
I more or less understand this.
If you do, that's going to get you the best results. This is what most of us should.
You want to know why my favorite number is 25? Because 25 is divisible by 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. And did you know 25 times 25 is 625? I think. Wait, I think I'm wrong. Wait, I can't math. Hold on, let me pull out the calculator. 25 times 5 is 125. But 25 times 25 is 625. And there's so many 25s. Look, look, look. I'm going to do it again. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. But 25 times 25 is 625. There's a lot of 25s. And also 25 is also the day of Christmas. I love 25.
Looking for. So here's those 2 rules I promised you. Number 1, you know
I discovered numbers divisible by 25. Yeah, but it's cool. Doesn't capture the calculator. I don't need to. I don't need to capture the calculator. I don't need it.
Don't give people energy that they don't give back, and then pick from.
Oh, that one's important. Very important. Very, very, very important.
The same as what they take. So don't give people energy that they don't give back, and
don't give people energy that they don't give back. And that's why I'm not very social.
And then pick from whoever is left. If you enjoyed this video, there's about 1 million.
Very important. Very, very important. Don't give energy that don't give you back energy. Very important. Sure, one more. Let's do another one. How deep am I in? An hour and a half? And that's why I don't have any friends. Man, I don't have friends. It's fine. You don't really necessarily... I feel like I can relate to that. For a big part of my upbringing, I didn't really have any friends. And that's why I feel like I missed out on a large part of life. Because I never played any multiplayer games, for example, like Halo or whatever. I never played any of those Halo, Call of Reach, whatever. Red-pilled Sigmas don't need friends. That's what a Sigma is. Sigma male biology. Sigmas are essentially loners. Alphas are like leaders of the pack. Betas are submissive to the leader. I think there's like a Gamma and Delta, but the main 3 are Sigma, which are just like the lone wolves, so to speak. But also, did you know that alpha wolves and such have been discredited because a pack of wolves are actually just a family.
I think they are.
And the alpha wolf is generally the father of the pack, essentially. Did you know beta particles can penetrate far more than sigma particles? And that's what radiation is. That's why it's so dangerous. I love beta particles.
In fact, you might be the most dangerous thing.
Whatever you do, don't look into the Omegaverse. It's kind of too late for that. I've been exposed. It's too late for me.
What she said was, men are dangerous and will hurt women. Now, she doesn't mean all men.
Is this real? Is this real? I'm a proud beta male. Yay!
Going to damage so many of us.
In gaming terms, the beta is superior to the alpha, so yay!
Including just women in general, I feel like they are
wrong. You are dangerous. In fact, you might be the most dangerous thing.
Did you hear that? You are dangerous. You are dangerous.
Now, she doesn't mean
I am dangerous.
She means only
I'm going to destroy society.
Over her in her country, presumably the United States, from her accent. And we know that she's not talking about all men because she would never say something so
all men
about, for example.
Oh, you know, wait. Let me show you one of my favorite memes. I love this meme. 1 second. This meme. Yes. If she breathe, she's a threat! I love how he screams it so much. Oh, it's so good. I love that video.
Immigrants who are not.
Oh, that video is so good. That video is so good. I clipped off super fast when they mentioned immigrants.
In 2013, here's an updated map. Most dangerous countries for women 2024.
We're not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna worry about it.
Protect the women who live in a country.
We're not gonna worry about it.
That's how things go. So when she says that men being in power is dangerous, it's not just false. It's anti-true. It's the opposite of true. But she doesn't care about that. She doesn't even believe what she's saying. This is just a power game that she's playing. It's kind of like when women call each other tens even though they don't believe it, and they're basically saying, "Oh."
True. I feel like women. This is probably bad, but It's very hug boxy, I feel. Very... Is that misogynistic to say?
So beautiful all the way down.
Can I say that?
Like a 10,
Is that legal?
For me. Men tend to seek power through open, direct competition. They just say, this
yeah.
is the power I have, and then they clash.
Get good, scrub.
To seek power by playing nice on the outside and being self-protective through strategies.
Yeah, it feels that way.
Accuse men of hurting them or being about to hurt them. So
it feels that way.
Dog piles on those men and takes their power away, which then becomes her power. And even though this video is terribly low quality, it is also persuasive. It causes people to agree with her, which then leads to a group strategy of women all over the internet agreeing to say that men are bad and dangerous in order to take their power away, despite that they are doing a relatively good job. Persuasion is one of my favorite topics. It's all about using conscious strategies to influence the subconscious. And you can read more about it on Shortform, the sponsor of this video.
It's an ad. It's an ad! I love ads! I love ads! The entire point of this guy is to generalize and objectify women.
Shortform is great for self-improvement.
Yeah, I guess so.
Master your ego and turbocharge your brain.
Good thing I don't really care too much. Ads, yippee! How about I mute while I just stare at you. Mods, I'm out of water! Mods! I'm out of water! I need more water! Mods, help me!
Kind of stuff in it, and not a lot else. So, why am I making this video if it's not important? Because these things become important when people pay attention to them, and that's what TikTok is. It's an attention.
TikTok is an attention winner.
Makes you go rawr because negative emotions respond more than positive ones, and then you
True. It's all about the like enragement bait. R is going down exponentially. Nikki's causing the great R depression. You mean like Riz?
Thing it is that you think is making you feel that way, and then sometimes you take an action, which is how engagement farming works. It's making people mad enough to go, what can I do about this situation?
It actually reminds me. There's like a little girl that came over to our house, and she was saying how everyone has like their own color at auroras or something. She was like a psychic or something, and she said that we have like good, decent auras and we're like good people or whatever, but there was like something about the house down the street that was really weird and like menacing.
Does she question whether this fits into the world that she wants to create or whether this is the right thing to do? So what else is in here?
I have a message I want to share with you guys. I want to share with you guys how I think men are super dangerous for society. I think they are going to damage so many of us, including
depending on the guys, but like
men will hurt women. Now those might
not all men, right? Not all women, not all men. But there's a lot of vocal minorities.
And it's a statistical certainty that
am I a vocal minority?
Future hurt some women.
I'm an empath. I'm not. I don't care about your feelings. I care about.
Is it different from population to population?
What do I care about?
Kinds of men that are more or less dangerous that we need to worry about.
No, I actually do care about your feelings.
What about the damage that women do? Because remember, you're doing damage right now by spreading bad attitudes on the internet that make women lash out at.
I feel like I am a lot more hyper aware of other people's states, moods. Because the way that I approach life is I try to be as conflict light. I try to reduce conflict as much as possible between myself and others. And that's how I approach life, because there's the golden rule, right? How you need to treat others peoples as you would treat yourself. Whatever. You know what I mean. So that's how generally I like to approach life is don't be mean if you don't need to be, but also if you do need to be mean, don't be mean in a mean way, if that makes sense.
And that makes them lash out. And you know, what about quantifying it? Is the damage
most of the way I just don't really engage in bad things.
Got any more feelings?
Facts don't care about your feelings, but I do. I love that. I love that.
Women's rights who we are.
Similarly,
I love that. That's very wholesome.
I'm just gonna
wait. I'm gonna hold on. Wait. I need to write that down. I need to write that down. Write that down. Facts don't. Where'd it go? Facts don't care about your feelings, but I do. That's so wholesome. I love it. I love this kind of like. I don't even know what it is, but it's wholesome. I like it. It's so silly, but I like it. It's white pilled. I love white pill. I love white pill memes.
She's not even defining what women's rights are.
Wake up, liberal. I made you pancakes. Thank you. Hey, liberal, you got soft hands. Let me hold them. Yeah, I love the homies.
Am I today? Am I invading America right now? That would be so embarrassing. Let's just put a they over there. And then she says that it's a men's world right now. And I gotta say, as long as we're doing feelings,
I'm losing it.
It doesn't feel like it is. This went viral recently. I sent 100 applications as a man and a woman. It's much better being a woman. And that's not exactly science, but it is a lot closer than anything you said. So apparently...
I'm bored. We're gonna watch white pills. Enough about the black pill. Let's watch white pill memes. Where is it? No, white pill meme. Damn it, it doesn't exist. It's not real. Ah, come on. Really? Really? It's not real. What? It's not real. What? Where are they? There's no white pill meme. That's sad. I have a few of them though. Let's go back to levels. I don't care. I don't really. This is stuff that I like. I've been heavily exposed to. I prefer Satanism's golden rule. Oh, let's look into that. Satanism's golden rule. You should treat others the way you are treated. Actually, is that what it's called? Do unto others as they do unto you. Oh! Oh, so this is what it's called. This is what I do. Oh, okay. I guess I'm a Satanist now. I'm not. But this is how I feel like I do this a lot. So if people are nice to me, I'll be nice to them. But if people are rude to me, I'll be rude back or like try to avoid them kind of thing. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. So I feel like I heavily relate to that one actually. I'm not either. I hate some Levian Satanism because of Nazism. Understandable. Understandable. Oh, I think this one's good actually. This is a good one.
Called Rate by Fresh, where I would rate people on their looks and build them a personalized looks maxing plan called Aesthetic Blueprints.
I think this one is like more of a positive one instead of being negative.
Initially, I thought I would get perhaps 5 to 10 sales, and it would be a good experience where I could learn more about the needs
Satanic Temple is cool. Isn't it just like a triangle? Satanic Temple. It's like a triangle, right? It's not here? I mean, I like lambs. I think goats are kind of creepy. Oh wait, yeah. Goat eyes. It's weird. They have weird eyes. Their pupils are weird. I don't know why they're like that. They have freaky eyes. They're like square pupils. It's really weird. Like the Hypnotoad. This man's a Hypnotoad. Look, that's him. That's him. Where is it? Here it is. It's a group that's separate from Levian Satanism. I see. It's separate. Okay. This man can't stop winning. He can't stop winning. Okay, get to the point.
Building a perfect wardrobe or finding the perfect hairstyle. There's a hierarchy in the looks maxing ladder, and I think the foundation of it all is being at an acceptable body fat that actually
acceptable body fat. I think that's a good foundation.
People are built different. Some guys, believe it or not, look better a little husky with a layer of fat over their muscles, aka bear mode. God, bro, your voice is crazy.
Do you believe it?
Certain facial features. We're going too low in body fat actually makes them look worse. A common example of this is the orbital.
Wait, real?
God, bro, your voice is crazy. Some guys have certain facial features. We're going too low in body fat actually makes them look.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. But also, I feel like the difference between these two guys is it the same guy? I can't tell. I can't tell if it's the same guy. But this guy isn't really muscular. I think he's like underweight almost, and that's what is making him look not too flattering.
A common example of this is the
I like semi-ironic Christianity. Yeah.
Really deep dark circles if you get too skinny. Now don't take this.
Oh, this is the Machinist. He's the Machinist. That's a good movie, by the way. I highly recommend. Good movie. This is a good movie. Look, it's Patrick Bateman right here. OMG, Patrick Bateman. And Patrick Bateman before he got his money, his New York money. He's just a guy.
You're skinny. Now don't take this as an excuse to eat junk food and get fat, but be cognizant of what body fat level makes you look and feel healthy. Number 3, balance is everything. You need to learn to balance out your features.
Balance is very important.
Hairline thinning is pretty common for a lot of guys. If your hairline is thinning,
that's unfortunate.
Out, which means going for a hairstyle that is more of a fringe rather than something brushed up. If you have a big nose and your forehead, it shortens your face and makes your nose look
yeah. I feel like this one over here looks better.
Bigger, which creates an imbalance. Simple things
I don't know how to do that like for myself though. I don't cut my hair. Ideal physique?
Worked out was that they put very little effort into balancing out their physiques. We all naturally understand that if 10 people hit the gym for 1 year and they do the exact same training routine and have the exact same diet, they aren't going to look exactly the same. Some people's chest and arms will be bigger because genetically that's
because genetics, right? It's naturally gonna be some areas are gonna be bigger than others naturally. I feel like
because that part of their body responds the best to training. After a year
yeah, I feel like my can I say it? Or is that weird? My bottom half is a lot more worked. Maybe that's the wrong word. More muscular, I guess, than my upper half. I've been trying to work on my upper half. Wait, yeah.
Because that part of their body responds the best to training. After a year or so of working out, you should notice some body parts looking small.
Hell? What the hell? What the hell, bro? What, bro? What are you doing? I'm like the reverse of this. Bottom half reveal. I got you. There you go, right here. There's your bottom half. Sticks. I got stick legs.
Number 5, cut some grass. Your lifestyle reflects on your face a lot more than you might think. Within a few seconds, I started recognizing which guys spend way too much time inside of their houses all day just gaming. The biggest giveaways were having very pale skin, dark under eyes, usually from
pale skin. Hey, dark under eyes. That's me. Bad posture. No, I don't have bad posture. I have back pain, but it's not because of bad posture, I don't think. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
And think about how it will reflect on your face and body.
The drumsticks.
I'm a very visual person.
The drumsticks.
This is just a page full of images that can represent different parts of the looks maxing. Hairstyle that I think would look best on the person, or images of different lifestyle habits that I think they should focus on.
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to simple things like the things you wear, your hairstyle. I feel like it does a lot.
Number 7, track everything. If you want to take
it's a good starting point, I feel.
If you want to lose weight and gain muscle, track your calories to make sure you're
tracking
macronutrient goals. If you're not being in the gym, track your lifts to make sure you're progressively overloading your muscles.
Unfortunately, I am no longer borderline overweight. I mean underweight. I was never overweight. I've never been overweight. But I'm like now normal weight for my age height.
If you're not seeing any results with your skincare routine, stop using
and I kind of want to go back.
Everything and add one part.
I kind of want to like lose it again. I want to go back to border. Hold on, wait, where's he at? Where's the machinist? Right there.
Orbital bones.
Goals. No, just kidding. That's not actually goals. That's not actually goals. Bro, what do I do with all this aura? Too much aura.
Just simply pictures of guys that I think look similar to them that they should take inspiration from. Taking a bit of time.
Whoa, you can talk about a bottom half and get 1,000 aura, but as soon as I talk about new halves, I'm weird and lose 1,000 aura. That's a super interesting topic, actually. Because that's like more of a Japanese thing, too. It's very... It's not something you even really like hear about. Because it's like, it's the third gender, essentially, in Japan. And Japan has like male, female, new half. But it's not really something that a lot of people talk about. I feel like the concept of a third gender is very foreign to Western world. Well, I say Western world, but in certain cultures there are actually like third genders, and it's very fascinating, I feel. But a lot of people would rather not talk about it for whatever reason. But I think it's a very fascinating topic.
And Google Images, and just putting together a visual
not too far off from my goal. You mean the skinny man, the skinny machinist man? That's you. Wait, hold on. This is literally Nicola. This is me. This is you. I want to say it's a third gender. It's like an in-between. Well, maybe I'm wrong. It's not really an in-between. It's like a I don't even know, because like I'm not super familiar, but I think it's very, very fascinating.
If you're not seeing gains in the gym, track your lifts to make sure you're progressively overloading your muscles.
It's very fascinating. Terms for non-binary and two-spirit people. That's true. But I'm also like referring specifically to Japanese. Like, I don't even know what to call it. But it's very fascinating. I've always been interested in that kind of thing.
important that half
as a
of them use the
topic.
blueprint. As a token of my appreciation for their patience, I created a no template to track all aspects of
More ads? More ads. I love ads. There's a lot of terms for a lot of things. Yeah, there's a lot of terms.
Sometimes and put together a solid plan for improvement. That's what I think is the biggest advantage of getting a total stranger to do your blueprint. They're going to be a lot less inclined to sugarcoat what they see. But if you have some really honest family and friends, it can be very enlightening to ask them about what they think. Number 9, the future of aesthetic blueprints.
You should help me build my blueprint.
Number 8, get fresh eyes. We see ourselves every
Fresh
day.
eyes.
It's really hard to objectively judge our own look sometimes and put together a solid plan for improvement.
I'm gonna
That's why
start putting out
I think
cosplay
getting a total
pictures.
stranger to do your blueprint. They're going to be a lot less inclined to sugarcoat what they see. But if you have
I'm not
some
gonna
honest
do
family
that.
and friends, it can be very enlightening to ask them about what they think of how you look right now. Number 9, the future of aesthetic
How'd you
blueprints.
build a computer in a
Now, the website
padded
and
cell?
service is still live on ratebyfresh.com.
I snuck it out.
Just because it eats up so much of my time. But if it gets flooded again, I will do it
Machining
anyway.
videos on
It's
video
positive
on YouTube are
experience,
really
and
cool.
I built some really cool tools to help me streamline the process. I'm also working on an app for
Machines?
iOS
Oh,
to
more
help
ads, more ads, more ads. I love ads. Okay. This is the other one that I was sent a long time ago. I don't know if I want to go through this. I kind of feel like showering. I kind of feel like playing a game. I'm getting kind of tired of this, because I was like constantly exposed to this kind of like, I don't know, like incel misogynistic kind of ideology like way back, but I feel like now I kind of understand where they're coming from, and I understand why they feel this way, but at the same time it comes from like personal, I don't even know how to phrase it, but it's like projection, I guess. Projection. But also, I do understand the pain, the plight, and everything, but there's better outlets than hatred, essentially, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's better things to do. Instead of like hating, oh yeah, I hate my life, I hate women, I hate whatever, try to like build off of that and try to use that hatred of yourself to become a better version of yourself is what I feel. Is what I feel. Hating is so pointless. Yeah, there's not really any point to it. I don't really have a lot of hate for anything in general, really. New hap is rarely used in Japan, is it? I feel like then again, I feel like it's also used in certain sections as well, certain subsections of culture. The only groups of people I hate are gooners and predators. Understandable.
Ever noticed how women lose interest once they've secured a man?
Understandable.
How the chase reverses. Schopenhauer called it the tragedy of possession. The thrill isn't in having, it's in conquering. Once the conquest is over, biology moves on. That's why men who cling too hard, who make her the center of their world, inevitably watch her walk away.
This is the kind of... I watched this and I had a lot of feelings about it, but I'm kind of just... At this point, I feel like I've been overexposed to it all. And I'm kind of like getting tired of it.
And the man who understands this, he stops blaming.
Something else that kind of really annoys me is when people defer to biology to explain the way that they feel. And that's what this video is doing.
To recognize that love isn't a fantasy.
This video also kind of like I think it was Vanillin that said that it generalizes women,
negotiation, and the man who negotiates
which
every time.
Is kind of very dangerous and hypocritical, I feel, because a lot of women say that all men are bad, but then this video goes and says all women are bad. So you can't really,
they aren't logical.
It's kind of unfair to paint everyone, like half of the population, as that. But at the same time, I do understand why they do it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it applies to everyone, because I don't really believe in absolutes, you know? It's never 100%. It's maybe like 50, 20, 80, some kind of percent, but it's never going to be 100%. I played games, yelled at my siblings, wore pants, and hated everyone. When I was a woman, I acted like a man. See, that's another thing, is that it's really fascinating. I took a stupid gender test yesterday. I wonder if I still have it somewhere, but it said that I'm casually feminine, or whatever that means, but I don't really believe in like gender roles, that kind of thing. I am what I am. I myself, nothing more, nothing less. I don't care internally I don't care, but I feel like I constantly have to like. This also goes with oh yeah, apparently I'm autism. The test yesterday that I took says I'm autism. I might be autism. I don't know. Who knows? I don't even know my gender anymore. I don't even. Let me pull it up. 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 I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up. I guess I gotta pull up the actual doujin. Kimi. And I highly recommend this doujin. Kimi no Dake Ponytail. I came across this doujin like a couple of years ago. And this frame, this page always stuck with me. And it's one of my favorites. If I can find it. There it is. Maybe like take a screenshot of this. It's a very fascinating topic. Downloads and bring it on. This right here. I'm a very big fan of this doujin series, Kimi Dake no Ponytail. And the author eventually made a manga about it. This guy's not the main character. This is technically male, but is a crossdresser and is gay, I guess. That's the main gist of this character. But they went on to, I mean, the mangaka, the author, went on to make a really good. I feel like it was really good. I enjoyed it very much. Manga, which is named Love Me for Who I Am, who the main character is like non-binary, and I think it was very well done. A lot of people might disagree with a lot of the topics in it, but I really enjoyed the manga. I recommend. You have to take a Bayesian approach to it. You start with general probabilities, update it with more information as you learn more about someone. Oh yeah, that's good. Generalizations are a starting point. Yeah, generalizations are not a finishing point. It's kind of like. This is kind of bad. Maybe I shouldn't say it. But it also kind of like goes with the perspective a lot of people have with racism, I guess, is that a lot of people will generalize a lot about like certain people. It doesn't even have to be about race, right? It could be about, I don't know, like gays or whatever. Or like people like me. I don't even know what I am. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Moral of the story is it doesn't matter. So do whatever you want within reason. I don't even know what I was talking about. I don't sound smart, but more often than not, I end up being probably correct. Yeah, I feel like I can relate to that. A lot of the things that I say come from experience and a lot of knowledge as well. Well, mostly knowledge, I guess, because I know a lot of stuff. But there's always being like updates. There's always things that are changing, so I am very knowledgeable about a lot of things, like things from like psychology, math, biology, science, that kind of thing. I know a lot about a lot, but there's some things that I don't know a lot about, like interaction with people and stuff like that. So I know a lot about a lot, but there's still a lot that I don't know, and that's what makes me stupid. Or smart? I don't remember what the line is. Something about knowing your limits is what makes you smart or something? I don't remember. Point is, I'm dumb. I don't know everything. Even though my dad used to say that I like to say that I know everything. People that think that they know a lot don't actually know a lot, and the people that say that they don't know a lot means that they know a lot. But then that puts me in a place of like meta. Do I actually know a lot? Do I not know a lot? I don't know. The problem with racism is we're not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that.
He's already lost. Here's the brutal reality. Women hold the
a sudden mention of racism slapped me harder than it was supposed to.
From the moment it hits, a woman's value in the sexual marketplace peaks.
It's like there's a lot of commonalities between racism and sexism and racism and some other third thing. I feel like it's ignorance, a lot of it. Not knowing, and generalization as well. But also, I feel like a lot of it is also fed by anger and hatred as well. For whatever reason, people are really upset about these kinds of things, but I don't really get upset, so I don't really care for a lot of those things. So I feel like I'm a good person. I feel like I should say, so I'm sexist. I'm a big fan of the male sex. Oh yeah, the male sex, the the sex of males. And the female sex with the female, sex with the male. People in general are a mystery. Gay sex. Gay sex. I think sex is necessary. No, it's not that I think. I know that sex is necessary for life, objectively speaking, in general.
A woman's youth and beauty are her currency, and she instinctively knows how to spend it.
I'm tired of this video. I'm gonna end this stream by exploding. Hold on. I'm trying to remember the song. Yeah. I am so glad that I'm on a private window, because if I wasn't, all these videos right here that I'm being recommended right now would probably be like stuck on my front page. So this is why I always try to do a private window. It's not coming up. I have been wanting to sing though for a while, but I woke up this morning with a sore throat. I don't know why, but at a certain point I started coughing like pretty badly this morning, and I feel like it had to do with last night where I was just like yapping for 3 hours. But I gotta practice today for tomorrow to sing. Bunny. Yeah, there it is! There it is! Winter content already coming out. What? I don't do sex! I don't... I'm not sex! I mean, okay, wait. I may be sex, but I try not to like contribute to like that kind of stuff. I'm not a good person. Ask anyone who knows me. I mean, I'm bitter and a failure at everything that I say I believe. I'm not a good person. Ask anyone who loves me. I never write, I never call, I never think about anyone at all. I'm not a good person. Oops, every time. I'm not a good person. No matter what I do, my exhaustion will consume me, and I'm too tired for the truth. I'm not a good person. I'm sure you're not surprised. It must be pouring out my sex sweat glands. It must be someplace in my eyes. Oops. I got sex in my mind. I don't know why I am this way. I've been like this since I can remember. It's Chad's fault. Keep talking about sex. I've been I don't know why I am this way. I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person. Not even to you. I'm staying home because I can't stand the sound of another heartbeat in the room. I'm not a good person. You know it's true. I'm a lazy, I'm a coward, I'm sleeping all day in my room. I'm a sleeper. I don't know why I am this way. I've been like this since I can remember. I try to keep up with everything I know I should do, but then I'll fall to pieces anyway. I don't know why I am this way. Okay, last one for real this time. How did Cell getting lit? It's gonna be lit tomorrow too. Oh hell yeah. Okay, last song. Last song. And then tomorrow's the real karaoke. There's a certain line in this song that I feel like is very relevant to this. You say that drinking is better than a woman, and you say that thinking takes too much time. God save your children, should you have them, for to you there's nothing if there's no wine. Ah, it's been such a long time since I drank. Ah, you have so much more. Ah, where has your time gone? Where has your time gone? Ah, you have so much more. You sing like an angel. Your voice melts my heart. Your words are of wisdom. Your life has been hard. Should you ever wonder where the time is gone, for you'll find the answer far away from home. Ah, you have so much more. Ah, where has your time gone? And I don't wanna see you like this when you're crawling, please. Won't you weep, 'cause I will shape the day and make you feel alright. But you say that drinking is better than a woman, and you say the thinking takes too much time. Sing like a siren, your voice breaks my heart. And when you are crying, your tears are like wine. You have so much more. And I don't wanna see you like this when you're crawling. Won't you weep for me? Won't you breathe for me? Won't you let me be? And I wanna see you like this when you're crawling. Oh, breathe, don't you drink, don't you let me down. Don't you weep for me, won't you breathe for me, won't you drink. Karaoke tomorrow, an hour earlier than today. Gonna be starting at like 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago? 4 hours ago? Something like that. I gotta build up my tolerance for off-kai. Okay. Wake up, liberal. I made you pancakes. I love that line. Facts don't care about your feelings, but I do. And with that, I think I'm gonna go eat, maybe shower, play a game. Good night. Where's my audio? My audio. My audio. What does everyone want but to be loved? Perhaps the true meaning of Christmas is to be loved. Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, can you believe it, guys? Only 223 days away. Christmas. I'm so happy about this information. Good night. Otsukarasu.